Hi, everybody. Hi, lovely, lovely people. I hope everyone's doing really, really well. I'm going to guide you through a really lovely, refreshing cave meditation today, where I'm going to ask you to use your imagination and just follow my voice and see if you can get into this cave that I'm going to be talking about as we go along into the meditation. It's a beautiful meditation and it's actually designed to make you go into the inner recesses of your mind. And for those of you who are good with visualization, I'm sure you'll find it a really easy one to follow. And for those of you, if you've never done a guided meditation before, because some of them can be just sit down and breathe and relax and that's it. I tend to take people off to different scenarios. So if you can get into this guided meditation that is going into the inner recesses of the mind, then you're going to do really, really well. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm going to start pretty much straight away. I hope you guys, everyone's doing really well out there. Seeing there's loads and loads more people on this Facebook page, which is amazing. And I just want to make sure that everybody watching now and later on that you're all sitting. I'm in a slightly squeaky chair, so I apologise for that. But I'm having to sit in a different room today because we've got a lot going on in the other room, people working and stuff. So I'm hoping that you can all hear me. So for this, I just want you guys to be sitting comfortably and just feel very, very relaxed where you're sitting. Make sure that you're sitting in a quiet place where you're not likely to be disturbed for the next 25 minutes or so. And I want you to feel as if you're just like letting your stoop up your shoulders a bit like that. And when you're ready, just let them really just sink. Just really just drop your shoulders. Drop them totally, because it's amazing how many of us hold tension in our shoulders. So really just let that go. And then I'm going to ask you to, and most meditations, if people have done meditations before, you do close your eyes and you go inwards. If you don't want to do that for whatever reason, you're feeling uncomfortable or you're a newbie to meditation, just try and meditate with your eyes open. And try and listen to my voice as we go along. It will become a tone gentler. And just make sure you are sitting somewhere comfortably. Your spine is as straight as it can be, because we're going to bring the energy up and down the 7 main chakras, which I'll point out in a minute. And if you've got trouble breathing or if you've got trouble with your spine, just make it as comfortable for yourself as you possibly can. Right, so very quickly, guys, just to run you through the energy centers or the chakras that some of you may know about already and some of you may not. You have, first of all, the crown chakra. So when we pray, or if you do a lot of prayer or meditation, you tend to open the crown chakra, which is called the 1,000-petaled flower, and it's the one right at the top here. And then from that one, you've got your third eye, which is right here, and that's a very powerful one because it's the psychic gateway. And then from there, you've got your throat energy center, which is obviously here. That's all about communication, talking. And if you're not able to articulate yourself on many levels, that is where you're having the issues, okay? Then you've got the heart one, massive, massive chakra energy center, the heart chakra energy center. And from that one, straight down to the solar plexus, which is also quite a big one because it's where you stand in your power. So that is the one, that's the color yellow. And if you feel like butterflies here or loss of energy here, you're probably losing your power or very, very nervous. So you need to get back to that one. Then you've got below 2 inches below the belly button, you've got the sacral chakra, which is orange in color. And that's also quite a big one, actually. It deals with your reproductive organs and stuff. And then you've got the root energy center, which is all for grounding. And we're going to be using a lot of that today to ground ourselves for the coming week. And as lockdown eases and we try to slowly get back to some sense of normality. Now, with the root chakra, that's all to do with the pelvic region. It's a lot to do with your feet, and it's a lot to do with grounding yourself. It's all to do with security, to do with finances. So a lot of people are probably having lots of issues here at the moment. So that's what we're going to be dealing with today. Right, so before we start, guys, if you want to light a candle, feel free to do that. A little tea light or whatever is perfect. Otherwise, just relax, take a deep breath in and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. And then what I'd like you to do is now take another deep breath in for the count of 3. And just gently exhale out. And then once again, just take another deep breath in. And gently exhale out. I want you to keep breathing, and if at any point during the meditation, if you feel like you're not following or you're just getting a little bit anxious, just keep a focus on your breath again. So please take another deep breath in. And then just exhale and really feel like your shoulders are falling down, just really relaxing, like your jaw's relaxing, your neck is relaxing. Feel the back of your eyes relaxing, back of your ears. If you've got any furrow lines on your brows, just feel those actually just drop. And then just feel as if your scalp is also relaxing. It's amazing how much tension we can hold in our scalp. So just keep breathing deeply for the count of 3 if that's easier, and just exhale out. And this time when you take a breath in and exhale, I want you to be aware of that point where it stops, and then you breathe again. Exhale, and there's the pause. And inhale again. And let it go, like waves on an ocean, just let it go. Keep your hands relaxed on your legs. Take another deep breath in and just feel the tension leaving your mind. Any tension from today, any tension from the week. Just feel it leaving your mind and your body. Any negative thoughts, just take a deep breath in and just exhale out all those negative thoughts. Even if it's just for 25 minutes this afternoon, I want you to let those go. And just imagine your face softening, all tension going out of your face, starting to leave your mind. And I just want you to start feeling yourself going deeper inwards. So take another deep breath in and exhale. Just let yourself go, just melt away. I want your feet and arms to be relaxed, and your legs. So let go of any tension that you're holding in your arms, in your hands. And then just focus on your legs, your left and your right. And let go of any stresses that you're holding onto in your knees, in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your ankles, in your feet, in your toes. Just feel your feet safely grounded on the floor. Or if you're lying down, just separate your feet so they're not crossed over, so that the energy can flow correctly. And I want you to inhale again and then exhale. And this time when you are exhaling, I want you to find yourself standing on a beautiful sandy beach, very close to the ocean, and your feet are bare. And I want you to just imagine the lovely sand in between your toes. And you're dressed comfortably, and the weather is warm, a bit like it is today. And just walk closely to the edge of the sea. Just maybe imagine dipping your toes into the sea and the cooling sand underneath your feet and the cooling water refreshing your toes. And just look out at the view. Look out at the beautiful, beautiful blue ocean. And then as you stand there, watching the water running over your feet, you suddenly notice to your left-hand side a small, beautiful boat waiting for you to get into it. And you know that it's there for you. So I want you to just climb into that boat. And you'll be sitting down on a lovely soft cushion. Just feel yourself sinking right into that lovely cushion. Just feel safe in that boat. This boat doesn't need anything to drive it, and it starts to move away from the beach where you are, and you're just finding yourself relaxing as you watch the water on either side of the boat, and as you start moving further away from the beach. And the water is very clear and calm. As you sit on the cushion relaxing, you notice at your feet a very big book, and you pick it up. And as you start to flick through the pages of the book, you realise that it contains some of the happiest memories of your life. So I want you now, I'm going to leave you alone for a minute to really look at 3 of those memories. They don't have to be anything too complicated, just maybe 1 or 2 or 3 memories that were the happiest times in your life, which can be at this moment or in the past, with family or friends, or a trip that you took, or anything really. And I just want you to see that on the page. So just imagine that now. Even 1 memory would be fantastic. Just want you to see it come to life. Who were you with? What were you doing? When was it? So just keep turning. If you've looked at one, you found another one. Or maybe one's enough and you don't need any more. Or maybe you need all 3 because at the moment you need to remember those times. So just keep turning the pages of that big book. Remember the faces that were there, the people you loved, people you still love, and the scenario that you were in. And then as you put the book down, you realise that the boat has reached another small beach. And this is a much smaller beach than the one you were standing at. And as if by magic, the boat stops right onto the beach and you're able to come out of the boat. And straight ahead of you, you can see this wonderful big cave. It's cut into the beach on a beautiful hill. There's a beautiful cave. And you know that it's a sanctuary and you want to go and explore what's inside. So now I invite you to walk over to that cave and step inside. There's a big cut-out doorway that you can walk in the entrance of the cave. And once you're inside, the air is notably fresher. The cave is a sanctuary and you can feel it. And when you look, all the rocks all around the cave seem to be glittering very gently, as if there's little stars all around the cave, at the floor, on the ceiling, all around. And then you can see right in the middle of the cave there's a big smooth rock. I'd like you to walk over to that rock and sit down in the middle of the cave. And when you sit down, you can just feel how safe it is in there, how fresh the air is. It's like an ancient, ancient cave. And it feels very cool, and you're very calm. So just inhale, exhale. And now right in front of you, as you're sitting there, there's a golden bowl suspended in the midair, just a medium-sized golden bowl. And I'd like you to empty out anything that you feel you need to into that golden bowl. So if it's something negative, like a negative emotion, I just want you to imagine that emotion, put a bubble around it, and just put it straight into the bowl. But it doesn't have to be negative. It can also be something that you're trying to deal with right now, a situation or a person. Anything that you feel right now is a bit of a burden, I just want you to put it into that bowl. Or even if there's uncertainty about the direction you're going in after the lockdown, I want you to just put that in as if to say, where do I go? How do I navigate my life? Just put that in as a question and just trust that it's going to be dealt with. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do that now. And also, guys, this can be anything. This can be any challenges we're having with people or within ourselves, something private or something that other people know about, something that hurt us, or just a direction or clarity about where we're going, sadness or loneliness. Or you can put in there a joyful thing as well, a scenario and how you would like to imagine it ending up. So if you're having trouble with someone, see that resolved. If you're having trouble with finances, see that resolved. Just imagine you're sitting on this rock in this beautiful cave, and there's all these wonderful glittering rocks all around you like little stars. And you can feel the energy, it's cool. The air is fantastically clean. The rocks are cool. So just imagine now that you're putting things into that beautiful golden bowl. And you can use your imagination in any way you want to here. And also tune into those energy centers that we opened up at the beginning of the meditation. Which one of yours feels as if it's working hardest right now? Which one is in alignment? Maybe send some of that healing energy in the cave to the part of your body that needs it. Or to your mind, if you're struggling a bit with loneliness or anything like that. So when you finish putting everything into the golden bowl, just relax. And then I want you to see that golden bowl rising into the air. Just rising right above you. Just watch it go up and up. And then right at the top of the cave, it just vanishes. And just trust that it's gone somewhere where change can happen. And now when you're ready, just imagine that you're standing on the rock. I want you to get up from where you're sitting on the rock, and I want you to stand on it so that your feet, your bare feet, are standing on the energy of that big rock. And just imagine that energy coming through your feet, traveling up your feet, up your ankles, past your ankles, up to your knees, straight up to your hips, to the root energy center. And if you're feeling particularly vulnerable today, or even if you're not and you just fancy being more grounded, just see that energy from that cave going right into your root energy center, really grounding you. Know that this is the ancient earth and the energy is powerful from there. And bring that right through. You can even put your hands there. You might feel some tingling. You might feel some other sensations going on there. You can put your hand there if you want extra healing, or you can hold your hands just a little bit above it so that the hands are hovering above the root energy center. And then you can bring that energy also up to any other part of your body that you feel needs healing. And a very powerful one is to bring it into your heart energy center and put your hand over your heart, or you can imagine it going up into your throat, into your third eye and into your crown, and then coming way back down again. So doing a loop, coming up, almost like Kundalini energy rising, coming up, going back through the third eye, down to the throat. You can stay in your heart if you want to put your hand over there. If you've got something personal that you want to deal with, you can do that. The heart energy is a very powerful one. or go through to the solar plexus, the sacral, and back to the root and back down the legs, past the knees, back into the rock. Just feel the sensation of that rock, how cooling it is, how smooth it is. And perhaps you can see more clearly the little lights all around the cave as you're standing there, just blinking at times, just like little stars, like you're in your own little mini universe. And you're feeling very, very safe. And you might even have a visitor there, you might even have a guide. Or you might have someone come into your mind suddenly. And that's okay. Or you might have other things coming in your mind that you'd rather not have. Just let them float by like clouds, just floating by. This is a very safe space. This is where you can ask for healing. This is a sanctuary. So I want you to now bring the energy up once more. From the rock, draw it up again. Through the feet, past the ankles, into the lower part of the leg, going up towards the knee. Over the knee, into the pelvic area again. And again, root yourself. If you really need this today, guys, if you really need it, if you're struggling with something, and sometimes we don't even know that we're struggling, we just don't feel right, then just bring that energy right into the root, because that's where a lot of people are experiencing it now. Because of money, because of uncertainty, because of different directions suddenly, because of being forced into the pandemic. Just feel that energy moving there. You can see it going around you like a little vortex, going around you, around the base of the spine. And remember, you can put your hands there, or your hands can hover above any of the energy centers where you need it to. And that can also be mental as well. You can bring it up to the third eye, you can bring it up to the crown. Just for a couple minutes more, just put your hand there, wherever you feel you need it. Just take a deep breath in and exhale. So you should already be feeling quite relaxed now. Just take that little bit extra minute to put that energy from that rock in the cave to where it needs to go. Really focus. And if you're not sure, just ask your intuition to guide you to where it needs to go. Just feel it going there, that tingling sensation. Or it might not be tingling, it might just be warm. And if you need something healing, I would suggest you put it over your heart energy center and just hold the energy there for a couple of minutes. And you can pick up those memories that you looked at in the boat, in that big book. Maybe bring one of them to life again if you're feeling particularly sad. And put that energy into the heart energy center. Bring it back to life. Bring the joy back that you might miss, or even if you're already okay, maybe you want to bring something back in. Bring it back to life again, put it in the heart energy center. Now when you're feeling a bit better, I want you to step off the rock when you're ready. If you need to go around the cave, if you need to touch some of the rocks with all those lights coming off them, the little sparkling lights, do what you need to do. And then when you're ready, you can walk back to the big entrance of the cave, back into the sunshine. Maybe you need to just get used to being back out on that little beach again. Have a stretch out there in your meditation. And ahead of you, you can see the little boat just waiting for you to get into. So when you're ready, I want you to walk back into that little boat and just sit down on that cushion again. And the book is still there. And you can have a look back in the book and see if those memories are brighter. Or see if another memory has come up that you really cherish, people you love, places you've been to. And then the boat starts to move. And you know you're going back to the other beach. Just relax. You feel a lot lighter. You feel very refreshed. If any of you are having any root energy issues, you've really given them power today. So well done for doing that. And then when the boat reaches the bigger beach, I want you to just step outside. You can take the book with you if you want to, or you can just leave it there. And stand again as you were at the beginning of the meditation, towards facing the sea, looking out at the beautiful horizon, putting your toes into the sand, letting the water, the cooling, refreshing water go over your feet. And see how you feel for a minute. Take a deep breath in and out. And if you want to, you can close those energy centers that might be working like crazy. Maybe your heart center really took off here, or your third eye, or your crown, which is at the top of your head. And you can just imagine those ones that are maybe going too fast, closing down a bit. So for the crown one, you can imagine 1,000-petaled flower, as it's called. You can imagine that closing down, like a little flower closing, or a lock, or a key, whatever symbol suits you. And if your heart's a little bit open, the heart one can leave us quite vulnerable actually. You can just close that down a little bit. See a little flower closing, and just know that you've closed the chakra down a bit, so it's not going to cause you havoc throughout the day. You're going to be getting emotional at everything you watch or whatever. And then if you want to do the root one, we really worked on that. You can leave that one open if you want to stay grounded, or you can just close it a bit as well. And then when you're ready, you just take another deep breath in, exhale. Feel your awareness coming back to where you're sitting, wherever you are. Just imagine your hands, tingling your hands, moving your toes, and see how you feel, guys. You should feel really, really good. And if you keep on doing this meditation, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back from the cave. If you keep on doing this meditation, you will find that you'll be able to ground yourself better and get through any difficult challenges that you're facing. The cave is a very sacred place, so when you go there, you'll automatically get refreshed in all your energy centers. And if there's something that's really worrying you, this is a great one to go to, because no one troubles you in that space, it's just you. So good luck with that, guys. I hope you all really, really enjoyed that. And remember, you can go back anytime. You can just play this re-record again. I'll play it again. Go back to this one. And if you haven't already joined my Facebook page, please do. It's called Elevate Your Inner Self. It's a lovely community I'm trying to create with meditations and my readings and prayers and all that stuff we love doing. And And it's just as one thing I want to say before I go, because I think this is my final one, is basically it's really important to exercise your mind as much as it is to exercise your body. So I do yoga, and I know there's lots of fitness people on here and they do fantastic stuff, but it is so important to exercise your mind, I can't tell you. I mean, I've been finding all kinds of emotions coming up during lockdown. I think a lot of people have. And so one book I'd really highly recommend, which I did last time as well, is The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, which is brilliant. It's a thin book to read and a little bit philosophical in reading, but it's an amazing way to exercise your imagination and to get yourself going where you want to with your life and using your imagination as a muscle, as you would when you go to the gym. So great way to do that. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, Shirley Ann, I've got you on there. Don't worry if you're late. Elevate your inner self. Elevate your inner self, Shirley. So, yeah, elevate your inner self. That's my Facebook page. Look forward to having you all on there. Any questions, drop me a line. If you've got any queries about meditation or about readings or about anything, drop me a line. And I'm wishing you all a fantastic, beautiful day. Thank you, Nadine. Thanks for your faithfulness. You're always here. Love you for it. Thank you. Take care, guys, and hope you have a fantastic week. Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.